This episode is brought to you by FanRoll, your source for premium gaming dice. Get 10% off dice and dice accessories at fanrolldice.com with our code TRIALS10. They have a huge selection of metal, resin, and even a couple of other novelty dice. So go check that out and get 10% off your order with code TRIALS10. Everybody, welcome to episode 208 of Trials and Trebuchets. I am your dungeon fiend, Luke, and joining me are my players whose names are...
Hello, I'm also a fiend, in disguise. Don't mind the mustache. My name is Ben, and I play the level 11 Boobalero.
We're about to find out, baby!
Oh, who knows? Who can I be? Let's spin the wheel.
He actually hasn't chosen a class yet.
It's gonna be
civilian.
Howdy, 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 howdy. It's me, Carla, and I play the level 11 Tiefling Roguelike Integrity Idol Berry.
Dude.
Would you like some head?
Oh! Excuse.
Carla! This is the entire podcast!
I thought this was a family-friendly podcast.
Holy shit.
Hi, I'm Sarah, and I play Mira Marshall.
Go! No, Sarah, go!
Hi, I'm Sarah, and I play Mira Marshall. I'm the level 11 half-elf bard. Now we get to confirm Mira's hypothesis from the last episode that she's never gonna die.
Silver platter with a head!
Hi, I'm Sam. I played the level 11 human sorcerer Serenep Cinderman. I guess we're also going to see if I die now.
And last time on Trials and Trebuchets, the gamblers hit it big at Chalk Block thanks to Boo's Dice and Integrity's Mage Hand, walking away from a dead dealer with 30-some fat chips in their pocket between them and free vouchers for dinner. Waiting at the bar for their table, the group was approached by the strange boatman Kreschel before they were brought to the table of one Count Hucktool, who graciously hired the four as assassins for himself. Mid-plotting on how they'd get caught by the Fiend of Avarice, security nabbed the bearer of loaded dice, Serenep Cinderman, and pulled her off to the back rooms of Duplicity to have a talking to. We find ourselves in a cloistered hallway. It might be 20 feet long, and then it immediately transitions into a very steep iron staircase on the edge of one of these cliffs of the Plain of Lem. Below you, Serenep, as you are chained up and being held by one of these security members. Below you, it is probably a 500-foot and 570-foot drop straight down. There's a little baby railing to your right that is barely, it's up to your knees at most, and this guard is pulling you down the stairs towards a very dungeony looking door at the bottom. Integrity Idleberry and Mira Marchand, you are both posed as waiters, in disguise, having disguised yourselves, having a little chat off to the side. Oh, blah da da do doody da boo, about whatever you want, covering
Sim
for.
speak.
Yeah, you were talking Simlish to one another. And the star of the show, Boobalero. You yourself are sitting on your butt, head back against a door, as a guard has pulled a chain on you and is about to give you a fucking thrashing, as it were. I need everyone to roll initiative for me.
Initiative!
Oh, shit! Well, I wish I'd rolled that in combat, but that's a nat 20 plus 4.
20?
I got
Oh, that's
a
decent.
14.
A 14.
21.
21.
I got a 12.
12. Mira, what was your total?
24.
24. Okay. That's
Damn.
fucking slick, girl.
Damn.
So, Mira Marchand, I'll give you this moment. Mira and Integrity, you can firmly recognize that a fight is about to break out, likely by the fact that someone has drawn a weapon and is about to chain Boo's ass. I will let you two have because you are disguised so perfectly, I will let the two of you have a moment. This guard even looks to the two of you and says, "Don't even worry about that. Stay right there," and walks past you. I'll give the two of you a surprise round to act.
Epic.
So
Yay.
starting off, Mira Marchand, what would you like to do as your surprise round?
All right, I am going to bring my hand to my lyre. I'm going to start to play some notes, and then it's going to be that thing again where there's like that physical representation of like the musical notes, and they're going to twist and turn and attempt to wrap themselves around the head of the guard closest to Sereneth. I'm going to attempt to cast Dominate Person at 6th level, and I would like a Wisdom save, please.
Interesting. A wisdom save? They have magical resistance, so they'll be making this saving throw with advantage.
Okay.
They got a nat 20, so that's a 21, unfortunately.
That's a 21. My DC is a 19. Maybe I can... I'm going to try to do cutting words.
Okay.
And I'm going to try to say, this is going to go a lot easier for you if you just do what I say, so do it. And it's going to have to subtract a D...
10,
I believe. I think cutting words goes up later than regular bardic
Really?
inspiration.
That's lame. Okay.
I'm not positive. I would have to double check. It's either a D8 or a D10. I can find out super fast.
Yeah.
Oh nope, sorry. I was wrong. It's
It
Song
is a
of
D10?
Rest. It's a Song of Rest that scales differently. It's
Okay,
a D10.
Perfect. Okay, you can go ahead and roll that D10 for me in that case.
Oh,
Mira.
okay. 9.
Oh, shit. The music notes twist around in the air. He waves a little hand at them to dismiss them like little gnats, and then you say what you say, and the music notes strike like mosquitoes attacking their target, dominating this person's mind. You see like the music notes even seep through the little cracks in this thing's brass mask, and then it stands upright. What does dominate creature do?
Okay, so basically it does whatever I tell it to. It's charmed for the duration, which because I upcast it to 6th level is 10 minutes. Let's see. While it's charmed, I have a telepathic link. I can issue commands, which it does its best to obey. It can be simple or general. If it completes the order and doesn't receive further direction, it defends and preserves itself to the best of its ability. I can use my action to take precise control, where it can only take the actions I choose and doesn't do anything, and can also cause the creature to use a reaction, but that would eat up my own. And it makes a new save if it takes damage.
Okay, perfect. Sounds great. It stands there awaiting command. Up next, Integrity, in your round of surprise, what would you like to do?
So the other guard that is not running towards us, not the one that is not being controlled by Mira.
Correct.
I'm
It
going.
is like he's like maybe like 2 feet in front of you. He's not paying any heed to you.
Okay. I'm going to so not paying attention to me at all.
Correct.
Okay. I'm going to walk up and say, let me help. And while I'm running towards this person, I'm going to grab my jade dagger, and
Yes.
I'm going to be casting Booming Blade on it.
Perfect.
And I am going to try to slash at this person
Okay.
or this.
It's surprise. I'll give you advantage because this guy does not fucking suspect a thing. Go ahead and roll your attack with advantage, please.
With advantage, that is a.
That's a wild number.
That is that is an 18. Does that
An 18
hit?
just hits. Yes, it does. As you find a chink in his armor. Integrity, as you stab this guy in the back, you almost feel like he's wearing underneath this like dapper suit, almost like there's just a pile of chains underneath there acting as armor itself. Your knife weaves through them and finds flesh underneath. Go ahead and roll your damage, which should be a
And-
D8 for Booming Blade.
Yeah, 2d8.
And then 2d8 for Booming Blade.
And 46 for
Yeah,
sneak attack.
absolutely. Go ahead and roll all that.
Damn.
Holy shit.
Damn, I did not prepare enough d6s.
You're a rogue. You got to.
So that is 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Remember that? 17.
17.
18, 19, 20, plus 4. 24.
24 fucking damage.
Damn.
You stab this guy for all he's fucking worth. He lets out a as you stab him right in the back, and then just breathe. You can hear heavy breathing coming from within the helmet as you retract, and he is wreathed in like a tempestuous cloud of thunder. Is that it for your turn, Integrity Idleberry?
As a bonus action, I'm going to just disengage and
Disengage?
move like 5, maybe like 3 steps away.
Absolutely. You stab this dude, and before he like starts to reach back over his shoulder, and before he can, you pull the knife out and like jump back a couple of feet. That's it for your turn. We're gonna go now into initiative proper, which means Mira, you yet again have another turn.
Great. I'm going to use my action to give very precise commands. I'm going to say, leave on your own, fetch your boss by any means necessary. Do not tell him that there is a threat here.
Ooh. Okay. Until the end of your next turn, the creature takes only the actions you choose. Perfect. Is that it for your turn?
Yes,
Or
it
would you like
is.
to do anything else? Awesome. Mira, you stand here manipulating the situation from afar. This guard shudders, and as soon as their turn starts, they're going to step forwards. Up next is Serenep Cinderman. You are chained up from your elbows to your wrists. You cannot move your hands to cast any spells that require somatic components, and this guard is standing rigid next to you. What would you like to do?
I am going to cast. I don't actually know if cast is the right word. I'm going to use Misty Step
Ooh,
to remove myself from these chains. It's just a verbal component that is with this. It's instantaneous. And I'm just going to basically be surrounded by the silvery mist, and I'm going to teleport. We're on the stairs, is that correct?
You're on the stairs. They may be like 20 feet long, but they go down like 50 feet. Incredibly steep. And you're maybe like right at the top of them, Serenep.
Okay, so I'm going to move myself back up towards the rest of the group.
Like back into like that little hallway before it goes off the cliff. Okay,
Yeah.
absolutely. You can like disappear in a cloud of whoosh mist. It blows away like cigarette smoke out of a gambler's lungs, and you rematerialize right between Mira, or like maybe right behind Mira, so that you're kind of safe if this guy turns around and tries to attack you guys. You still do have the chains completely around your wrist. You are still bound. You are just away from your guard.
Oh, damn. I don't know why I thought I would be able to like just Houdini my way out of that.
Yeah.
Okay, because Misty Step is a bonus action, could I use my action just to get myself out of these chains?
A athletics check, please, to pull yourself out.
Am I athletic? I forgot.
You can almost feel them, even though the guard isn't holding the chain anymore, you do feel them like tightening themselves like a python around your arms.
I hate that. Okay, I'm not athletic, so we're gonna 6.
Mira behind you, Serenep's rematerialized, and you just can hear her go fuck, as it like tightens around her arms. You almost see like it's like cutting in, like if you had like a watch on or a bracelet on that's too tight and it's like cutting into the skin at this point. Like it's just ever tightening. Your arms are on a timer. Up next is who I will call the Fiend of Avarice's ears. This is the one who is standing right next to you guys, the non-dominated one. He has this chain drawn in his hand, and he will look at his ally and will say, "Aren't you gonna act? Aren't you gonna do anything? Aren't you gonna help me here?" And he just stands there in like a daze. Not saying anything. You can't see the mouth moving, but like the body posture is of a daze, and you can see little musical notes drifting out from around its head too, as it is still dominated. And he like shakes his head, and then will make 3 attacks with his chain. One will be against you, Boo, who's just sitting next to the door, and that's going to be a 19 to hit you.
That does hit me.
Okay, perfect. In that case, you will be taking just a measly 14 damage, slashing as he slashes you with this chain. The next will be against you, Integrity Idleberry, as he swings it around his head like a lasso, and he's going to try to catch you in the head with it. Does a nat 20 hit?
It does.
Fuck.
But can I dodge this? With a thing called Uncanny Dodge?
How does Uncanny Dodge work? Do you half the damage?
Yes. When an attacker that you can see hits you with an attack, you can use your reaction to have the attack's damage against you.
Perfect. He swings this silver chain around his head, and you will take half damage from this, although that's still a little bit. Is that not even as much as... On his crit against you, Integrity, he does 15 damage, just slightly more than he did against Boo. But you can half that down to 7 damage, slashing as it cuts you across the face, like right on the cheek. And then he's going to make his third attack once more against you, Boo, who's still sitting on the ground and who he perceives to be the main threat in this situation. Does a 22 hit you?
Of course it does.
Please take another 13 slashing damage.
Ah.
And he will stand here, and that is it for his turn as he just readies himself for another barrage of attacks. Up next is Integrity Eye Idleberry. What would you like to do?
Oh man, it's my turn again?
Yes.
Did this person happen to like walk, move?
He didn't move forwards or backwards.
Okay,
He almost seems like he just widened his stance so that he could swing this chain with the most leverage possible. It seems that you're all within his range. Boo, you're 15 feet away from this guy, and he can still fucking hit you with that chain. So it's a threat. But Integrity, he's standing right in front of you. What do you want to do?
Okay. I am going to. So I think, like I said, that I'm a few steps away from this person.
Correct. Yeah, you're a couple feet behind him.
Yeah. I am going to. Ooh, let's try this. I would like to Eldritch Blast him.
Okay, make your attack roll.
Just
yeah, you can scoot back a couple more feet so that you're not like in melee range or anything. Make your attack. You get, I believe, 3 beams now, so you can make 3 attack rolls. Is that correct? Level 11. That's what cantrip.
Yes, I have 3 beams that I
Perfect.
can.
So you like jump backwards. You do like a little half step, and then like throw your hand out, and like 3 crackling beams of energy shoot out at this guard.
Let me just try and hit him first. That is a 15.
15 misses.
Damn.
It hits his armor, and it almost like is dissipated by the chains. You can hear them rattling underneath his massive frame. What about the next one?
Oh. I totally forgot that there's 2 other beams.
Girl.
A 9 does not hit.
9 misses completely. It hits
A
against the wall.
19 might.
A 19 does hit, yes. It slams into like the brass mask that this thing is wearing right in the back of the head. Go ahead and roll your attack, your damage.
That is a 4. I rolled a
What?
2.
He takes that. It barely dents the brass mask, and you hear him groaning and puffing underneath it. Up next is going to be Boo Bolero. What would you like to do?
Well, I'm gonna scramble up.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I'm going to unsheath my pike.
You pull a
My
massive
stabbing
pole
stick.
arm. You somehow hit it this entire time.
I hit it
You
this
pull
entire time.
Massive pole arm out from your
It's like one of those extendable
somewhere.
ones.
Out from my coat.
and you go twing, and it unfurls. Yeah, absolutely. What do you want to do with it?
All right. Well, I'm going to use a bonus action actually.
Okay.
And I'm going to use my special ability,
Yes.
which is I get to grow massive.
Hell
Yes.
yeah.
What is that ability? Now, what is that ability called for the people at home?
I don't actually have it written down,
Oh,
but
you fucking goober.
I get to imbue myself with the might of giants. So for 1 minute, I get these benefits. If you are smaller than large, you become large, along with anything you are wearing. If you lack the room to become large, your size doesn't change. I have
Okay.
advantage on strength checks and strength saving throws, and once on each of my turns, when one of my attacks with a weapon or an unarmed strike, they can deal an extra 1d8 damage to a target on a hit.
Okay. Yeah, you use this skill called Giant's Might as you channel giant runic energy into yourself, and you just grow to be 13 feet tall and pretty fucking wide. You hold this pike in your hand, looking ever smaller now. That was your bonus action. What do you want to do for
I'm
your
now
action?
going to move in and I'm going to stab at this creature 3
Absol-
times because I can attack 3 times.
Absolutely. Go ahead and do so as you
Here
move
we go.
5 feet forwards and just combat this man from a distance.
3 attacks?
How does a 27 for the first hit?
27 does hit. In
Okay.
fact, just barely.
Next hit. How does a 28?
What the
no, that one doesn't hit. Yeah, that hits.
Okay. How
Jesus
does another
Christ.
28?
Ooh, fighters, man, fighters. Fuck, yeah, that all hits.
All
Go
right.
ahead and roll your fucking damage.
And because I hit a creature with an attack using a weapon, I will invoke the fiery rune on my pike,
Jesus Christ, dude.
which
What
will
does
allow
that
me to do an additional 2d6 fire damage with my
Okay.
attack.
So go ahead and roll your 3 weapon attacks,
Yep.
the damage for though, and then add 3d6 to that. Go ahead. Jesus
What the heck?
Christ.
2d6 plus
I
a
love
d8
it.
because of my
Oh,
giant
it levels
giant's
up.
might.
Okay, you see Boo stand up with quickened speed. He grows immense in size, his armor stretching out, or rather his silver tuxedo stretching out, and he holds this pike. It glows with a fiery rune, and he stabs out 3 times like lightning at this thing's chest. You hear it shung, 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 3 times. You hear the guard let out like a gurgling cry of pain.
Integrity says, Boo, where have you been hiding that?
Let's see. So that would be a total of 35 damage.
Holy fuck.
Spicy.
Okay, you stab this thing 3 times in rapid succession. It lets out this gurgling cry. It is still standing, but just fucking barely.
Also, additionally, I should mention this. They need to succeed on a strength saving throw.
Or else
Oh
what?
my god.
They need to succeed on a strength saving throw.
Is this magic? Is this magic?
This is
then?
part of the rune.
Okay, so it's not really magic then. Strength saving throw?
Yep.
Unfortunate for you. That's a 24.
Okay, well, they succeed. If they didn't succeed, they would have been restrained by
Ooh.
fiery chains.
That's how fitting. You do this. You all see this impressive display. Just the fire. Oh, how much of that was fire damage, actually?
Only 8 of it.
You see the stabbing is quite adept at cutting this thing, but all the fire that goes along with it, Boo, you can tell this thing ain't taking that. It is immune to fire damage.
Ah.
Cringe.
So I'm gonna give him back 8 hit points. He's looking very much better now.
Cringe.
Okay, up next is
No.
Oh,
you
sorry.
think I'm done?
Oh no.
Oh shit. It's the bricks all over again.
But just in a different form.
I think I might action surge.
Oh no!
Oh my god!
Oh.
It's time for 3 more attacks.
Okay, make your attacks. Fuck.
Because I am able to take an additional action on my turn.
Okay, go ahead. Boo pulls in a deep.
Oh!
Did you crit?
Oh, not 20, baby.
Boo sucks in a deep breath of air, and you see him launch into another flurry of stabs. You get a crit on the first one, that unfortunately hits. What about the second one?
How's an 18?
An 18 just hits. You stab
Okay.
it. You hear the chains jingling as he tries to maneuver his body so that you don't actually stab him. Third one, what'd you get?
That's a 13. That's not gonna
A
hit.
13 misses wildly. He bats your pike away as you stab at him, and he finally stands his ground against you.
Okay, so what are crit rolls? How do we do that? Do we just roll
double your
additional
damage?
dice?
Do double the damage dice? Yes.
Okay.
So you're gonna roll another 3D fucking 10.
I also get to, because it's a crit, I also get to roll an additional damage dice
Really?
because I have Piercer.
Jesus fucking Christ, dude.
When you score a critical hit that deals piercing damage to a creature, you can roll
Extra
1
die,
additional
extra
damage
die.
die. To
Yeah,
determine the
baby!
Extra piercing damage the target takes.
You really took it personal when I killed you, didn't you?
Also,
sorry.
the Pike of Life Stealing activates.
Oh
My special weapon that you provided me, Liz.
no! Rules.
They also take an additional 10 damage, and I gain 10 temporary hit points as the life is siphoned from their body.
Okay, so they take a fuck! Holy shit!
Where
So
was
they-
this
you-
hiding?
He was all under a sarcastic layer of schmutz.
All right, so 3d10 plus an additional damage dice.
4d10.
This is the part where the rest
Yeah,
of us
40,
remember
10.
we're supposed to steal a coin from this guy when he finds
Yep.
it.
Yep. Holy
All right,
fuck.
Look, the fear is real because now we know what he can do.
Oh, I love d10s, baby. Let's go. Okay, I need to do some math here. So, let's see. So 6, 12, so 24 plus the additional 10 from the Pike of Life
So
Stealing
34 again.
So that's
Perfect.
34. So plus, so that's 48, 56, 62.
Hey guys, about the Boo situation, do we really have to fight them?
Omae wa mou shinderu.
Nani?
You see, he doesn't get a chance to bat away that last attack. Boo, you, with this massive surge of energy, you see him you see Boo stab this man 5 times, and on the 5th stab, his weapon not lighting up with fire this time. Instead, a necrotic, horrible feeling like just energy pulse goes boing from it as a black ring of energy shoots out of the pike, and it just seems to like suck all of the blood and energy left over in this thing. It almost like runs down the tip of his pike, and he pulls it out, and it almost like a magnet pulling the blood out for a couple of seconds afterwards as it sucks the life out of this thing. And then the guard gurgles and then falls to its knees and collapses, its brass helmet ding and dinking against the ground as you kill him. And then this other enemy
Holy shit, Boo.
Sorry, I kind of took that a little personally.
Just
Yeah,
a
no
little.
kidding. And I'm gonna like turn to the guard who is like dominated person. I'm like,
Yeah.
lead us to your boss, I guess. Protect us with at all costs. Lie if you have to.
It holds its head. Its head starts ringing. Its head starts like you can hear it like almost like a little bell inside that's going ting 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 ting, ting. Like, and it's like holding its head, and then it will turn. It will turn and hold the railing and like walk down the stairs as fast as it can, leading you. And it like turns and like goes like, come here. It doesn't say anything. It just like with the hand motion, and it will pull it like walk down this steep staircase, and then it will kick down this door at the very far bottom. The entire door just blasts off at hinges and just falls flat forwards into this room, and it will kind of like run into the room. It's a octagonal room, no windows to speak of. There's immense chains hanging from the ceiling, hundreds of them. In the center of the room, there's like a well, complete with like the little roof so that rainwater or whatever doesn't get into the well itself. And then in the north, east, and west wall, so like every wall except for the wall you came in from, there's little alcoves that you can see. In the right one, there's a little deep gnome who's chained up and he looks to be badly beaten. In the one that is directly opposite of you from when you first walk in, there's a fox folk who you all immediately recognize as that guy who was begging for money out front of the betting house when you guys were just checking in. He's also unconscious, and like his nose, his muzzle looks to be like very badly damaged. The left kind of part is completely clear. This kind of guard rushes over to this well and will begin just like he like is pulling at like he's turning the little pulley to pull up the bucket, but there's no rope. It's just like and he's like, he looks so worried, and it's like he's shaking his head and it's like ringing. You can hear the music notes still cascading out. Mira, it's almost like they all got stuck in there and they're just echoing around, hurting its head. And it just keeps pulling at this thing. And it like looks at you frantically. It has this like posture about it where it's hunched, definitely in pain, and is like pointing down in the well and like holding at its helmet and stuff like that. You have a minute. Or how long does this last? Because you
10
upcast
minutes.
it, actually. 10 minutes. Okay.
Because I upcast it.
Perfect. In that time, so what do you guys want to do? You rush into this room. This is the scene that you see.
I'm imagining my hands are kind of going a bit numb because
Yes.
you were saying this thing was tightening.
It is tightening,
I'm still
yes.
trying to. I'm
still
still
trying to
trying to get it off.
Boo, you could help with this.
I could
probably.
try breaking it. I could try breaking it.
Absolutely. You can. I believe you have advantage on strength. And
How long has it been? Because it only lasts a minute.
It's been less than a minute. It's been like 10 seconds.
Okay,
You
I will
can
try
walk
to
over.
break apart these chains.
Make an athletics check with advantage for me.
All right. Well, I got the same number, so that'll be a 23.
A 23. Saranath, you're struggling against these. You're like, fuck, shit. And Boo walks over, massive in stature, this 13-foot tall tiefling, and he just reaches down with one hand and just rips them off. The links break across your wrist,
Damn.
and he just tosses it off this. If you want, you can just toss it off the side of this cliff. You hear it just like crunk, 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 as it falls down the cliff and scrapes into it. You see Mira follow this guard down into that one dungeon. Do you say anything to Saranath as you do this, you cool dude?
Shit. Thanks.
Yeah, I don't make the habit of, helping out that very much, so I guess you're welcome.
And you can rush down the staircase. Saranath and Integrity, you can follow after him. Mira, you're in this room with this guard. He looks like he's in arduous pain. He's cranking this bucket and pointing down, and he can say no words to you. What do you want to do?
So we have to go down the bucket?
He wants us to go in
I
the
guess.
Am I gonna fit in that?
It's a bit tiny. It's a bit tiny for you, truth be told.
well. I don't know. You kind of grew into like a larger person. Like Can you shrink again?
I've never tried shrinking on command before.
Okay.
I mean, I could always feather fall you, I guess.
I
Or
guess
you could-
that's an
fitting.
option.
I mean, you're big enough that you'll
but in the
probably
whole
like
thing?
slide down.
A
Like,
minute passes, you see him shrink back down to his measly
Oh,
6.5
there you go.
feet tall.
Well,
Oh, well,
all
he's
right.
tiny
Don't have to
now.
worry about that.
This thing grabs at your like hand, Mira, and like very gently holds it, and is like looking at you with. It still has this brass mask on, and so you can only imagine what kind of emotion it has, but it has like a pleading air about it as it very gently holds your hand. It's like, again, these like 14-inch giant hands that are like cupped around yours.
Does that mean step in?
It points down, like down into the well, and then it hits itself on the bell or on the fucking brass helmet, and then he like recoils a bit when it does that, and then he does like a walk with his fingers, and then he does like a turn right, walk, turn left, walk, and then he does like a knock at the door and like hits himself on the bell again.
Got it.
Okay.
And I'm gonna start like getting us into the.
It's going to, from the ceiling, pull down a chain, and it just comes off. It's just a bunch of loose chains hanging up there, and he bundles it up and hands it directly to you, Mira Marchand.
Okay.
You pick it up. It is incredibly light. It might only weigh like, let's say like 200 grams, like for like a 19-foot length of silver chain. It's incredibly light. It is exactly what people see, what like everyone has around their necks. So make of that what you will. Just write down silver chain.
Maybe we can put this on the fiend. I don't know.
Maybe.
I feel like that could be a good
Maybe
idea.
that's how we behead it.
Maybe.
If we pull it,
Oh, that's a little excessive, don't you think?
You just stabbed a guy. Yeah, fair enough.
That was out of necessity, okay?
and this isn't?
Listen.
Pins and needles. Ow, ow.
Yeah, you still see those again. Those two people I described hanging in alcoves in this room. I don't know if there's anything you want to do about those folks or just leave them. It is what it is. You know, it's up to you.
I mean, we could probably let them.
Yeah.
I mean, they've already been like, yeah, I'm gonna go over and I'm gonna
You just want to
get
break
them
the
off
chain.
wall. The way you said that, is it like, okay, I'm gonna, yeah,
It's just that they're tied up by their hands above their head directly to the ceiling
okay,
in these
I'm
little
going, yeah,
alcoves.
I mean,
yeah,
they're
I'm gonna like at least get them off from being hung from the
Sure.
ceiling, basically.
What do you want to do that? How do you do that?
I am going to cast Ray of Frost on the chains and then break them that way.
Perfect.
With
By all
my
means, you
weapon.
spend 30 seconds doing this. I won't make you roll for it because, you know, you're spending the time. And you freeze the chains and then, like, crack them with, like, a rock that's on the ground.
Sure.
It looks like it was used to beat these people senseless. And
Well, now I'm
you-
using it for your freedom.
And you let this deep gnome now down. He's bleeding profusely from his jaw. It looks like he has a couple missing teeth now. It's the same one, you know, the one you saw stealing from the table you were at. And you lay him on the ground. You walk over to this other fox folk. And as you walk up to him, he's like eyes open. And he like pushes himself back against the wall. He goes, stay back, please. Stay back.
Oh, no,
stay back, please.
I'm not gonna hurt you. I'm just getting you down from the ceiling, okay? I promise I'm not gonna hurt you.
He like looks at you through like swollen eyes and goes, thank you, please.
Okay. I'm gonna, I'm gonna like try and like support, because I feel like I feel like dropping
you
him on
just
the ground is
drop
gonna
him
be
on the-
too
yeah,
mean.
sure.
Yeah, like I'm gonna
You,
like use my
support him-
shoulder to
Yeah, you support as much of his weight and like Ray of Frost the thing and like help him. You ease his fall to the ground as he collapses and he like slumps back and he's like, thank you so much. They took me. I was just out front asking for money and they took me in here and beat me senseless. Thank you so much. They were gonna put a chain on my neck.
Okay, you're gonna be okay. Just rest.
I'm
Okay.
here for my son. I'm looking for my son. And he like opens his like left eye. His right one is too swollen to open. Like blood runs down his fur. And he like looks at you and goes, I'm looking for my son. Please, if you can help me. And he like reaches out a little hand and like grabs yours tightly, squeezing your hand. Mira, time's a ticking. You only got 10 minutes before this guy goes hostile. Serenith is like dilly-dallying at this point.
Serenup, all of the chains are gonna dissipate when we kill this guy. We have to help these people, I know, but we have to get to this guy first.
Please, my
Yeah.
son, my son,
Oh.
please.
It's one of the most sensible things
Listen,
you've said all night.
there's something we have to do.
Excuse you.
But I will help you, okay?
Made of-
But we have to do this. Okay.
He could be
Come
down
on,
there.
let's
He could
go.
be down there. He was taken.
I'm-
He was taken by the feet of avarice.
We don't really
please.
have the luxury of time.
going to
Let's
give
get
him-
moving.
I'm gonna give him my handkerchief,
Okay.
and I'm going to go over to the others again.
Absolutely. You run over to the others. He holds it in his hand and is like just muttering, "My son, my son." And you all group around this well. What would you like to do?
Get in the bucket?
Yeah, integrity.
There's no bucket. I
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
apologize. There is no
I
bucket.
misunderstood.
We're
I'm
going
sorry.
down.
Yeah.
We're going
He
going
was like
down the well.
doing the pulley, and there's no rope even attached. He was just
Okay.
It's
doing
just
it.
it's just the chains.
I guess we could just like.
It's all chains hanging from the ceiling.
I mean, again, like a couple of us do have feather fall,
It's
so I mean,
true.
if anything,
Yeah, not to create another bottomless pit situation, but that might be our smartest bet
You
here.
can peek down. You look down, thinking back to your experience as adventurers. You see, there's like something probably like 90 feet down.
Okay.
A trick, like the gleam of water at the bottom.
Oh, thank goodness! There's actually something to show us that
There's
there's
a bottom. That's
to
feather
this.
fallable.
Oh,
Well-
thank goodness!
Probably
Unlike
easier than
last
sliding down
time.
the chains.
Probably easier.
Integrity's gonna slide them.
Who goes first? Integrity goes. Mira, you go.
Oh.
"Ah, easier than sliding down chains. Integrity goes, yeah, and just jumps into the well.
I'll go after her.
Perfect.
I'll go too.
Okay, you're all falling.
Last in line.
Boo, you go last. Does someone cast Featherfall right now, or do I have to roll d6s?
Let's cast it on ourselves. Yeah.
Perfect.
That's
Mark that
probably a
spell
good
slot
idea.
off.
I don't like the way you said that.
Yeah, huh? What do you mean by
Just
that?
up to five falling creatures. That's us. Perfect. Okay.
Yeah, you
Mark that
slowly fall,
off. There you go.
10 feet per 6 seconds, and you drift slowly downwards, little feathers appearing around your ankles. Integrity, you land first in this ankle-deep water. There's maybe 6 or 7 actual gold coins underneath your feet. You
Can I grab it?
You can grab those, yeah. You just scrape them up and like look up and see if anyone saw it. They didn't see it, and you like throw them in your wallet. You look around this room. It looks to be like a flooded cellar of a sort, right? Like this would look like a place that if there was vegetables hanging around, it would not look out of place here. The walls are this earthen red color, and there is again not chains hanging from the ceiling, but chains like discarded on the ground here, broken. Some of them have very visible spikes on them, like almost like a bramble or thorns, as it were. You see there is like numerous tunnels leading out from this place in probably 6 or 7 different directions.
Ugh. What kind of fiend of avarice lives in a place like this?
Okay.
But we go. It was. I'm struggling to remember. Mira would remember. The guy did
It
a
was
miming of walking
forward,
right?
and then right,
Forward,
and then left.
right, left. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. He said to go. Well, he didn't say, but he mimed to go forward, right, left, and then knock on the door in the same way that he did.
All right.
It's true.
Okay.
Sounds simple enough.
Doesn't it?
Yeah.
Don't
Too
smile like that.
simple.
Sorry. Can you all make perception checks for me?
He said evilly.
Sure.
I've been rolling really well.
I'm
That's
glad.
Perception check, please. He said with a smirk on his
19
face.
plus 4.
Oh,
Right?
I got a
Oh.
26.
Nice.
I
18
got
plus 8.
21.
Oh, 21.
8.
Boo, you are down here. It's dark. You're still coming down from that last fight. The rest of you,
Oh. Why are you tapping your nose?
Why did I not see that one?
L. I love the emotes that they can be visible to us when we play. It's fantastic.
Watermelon.
The rest of you, your noses pick it up immediately, as do your like ankles, which is you're standing in something which is slightly more viscous than water, ever so slightly. And
Oh.
you smell a scent that smells like oil all around. And then off in the distance, you smell the smells of like burning and brimstone, the smells of tar off in the distance as well. And you feel coming from all of the tunnels around you, just this immense heat grow. And you see ever so slightly every single one of the entrances to this room, like they glow as if a fire is burning like 6 feet down the hallway, just around the corner, just out of sight. Do you know that kind of like trickling, like that kind of like dancing light color that comes off of a fire? It just for a couple of seconds, it's like almost like the ground itself breathes out, and there's like these
Ew.
little fires everywhere around you, and then just as quickly as it came, it dissipates, and then after 10 seconds, it pulses again, this like flame. Yeah,
Interesting.
and again, smells like oil at your feet. If you integrity specifically, you can sniff that and then look down. You feel it on your ankles. You reach down and like take 2 fingers in it and like sniff it closer to your nose. Maybe even lick it if you want to. It's almost like it's like a very thick, likely very flammable oil that you were all standing in, and now your like feet and
Yeah.
lower bodies are like kind of splattered with.
We're a little bit extra flammable right now.
Yeah.
Is there like any like pedestal on the sides that can sort of raise us up from?
The sides of this room it's like very cavernous and like a cellar. The floor isn't like a finished kind of thing. There's not like a particular path through it. You can tell that if you walk at the edges of the room, it is shallower, but then in the deepest recesses of this room, if you were to just march through like the middle of this room without paying any attention, it would likely come up to like almost your belly buttons. You can see.
Okay. I guess we'll just have to be cautious while we walk so that we don't randomly
Combust?
go up in flames.
Yeah, I'm a fan of not randomly going up in flames.
Okay. And with that, integrity pointing out that we should be walking at the side of the room, Mira, you can like, okay, go straight, go right, go left, and you circumnavigate this room, your companions following close behind. You peek down the hallway that goes dead straight. You don't see anything. You see that kind of like glow and loss, and glow and loss, the breathing of the earth. And then you can move carefully down the hallway. You notice this one slopes up slightly, and so you very quickly emerge from the kind of pit of oil that you were just in, although from your like knees down is drenched. You can feel it like dripping off as you walk. You walk forwards, and then you find yourself at a junction. There's left, and it's just like it's like an anthill. Like they're just these perfectly circular holes. There might be, if I had to measure, if you had to eyeball it, Mira, it was probably like 16, 17 feet in diameter, these large bored out holes. They look old, either like water that ran through stone or something that like dug its way through here, again, like an animal of a sort. But you, with your instruction, can turn right. I need all of you to make stealth checks.
Oh no.
How stealthy?
Oh, a bad roll. What a convenient time for that. Total of 9. 3 plus 6.
Oh, thank God.
Oh,
You were rolling so well.
I know.
I got a 14.
Okay.
I rolled a 25
Okay.
because of my
Jesus,
plus 12.
integrity.
Damn.
Silent like the night.
Integrity will survive this.
Boo.
I got a 17.
Oh, that's pretty good. Pretty good. That's borderline. Yeah. Okay. What is the order in which you guys are walking? Mira is obviously leading the way. What about after that?
I think like I'm right behind Mira.
Okay.
Just because like I'm
I
also
think
one of the first people to jump in.
Okay.
I think I would be taking up the rear just
Okay.
because, yeah, just in case something.
Excellent.
I will be
Yeah.
sandwiched in the middle behind
Excellent.
integrity.
Sandwich, welcome.
So,
We about to get ambushed.
We're gonna die. Oh no.
let me find the proper pages of my
Joke's on you,
Great
fox guy. I'm not
tome.
gonna find you, son.
Your great tome of evil deeds that you're going to kill us with. Witch laugh.
I would never dream 2 combats in 1 episode? Are you shitting me?
I like how the sentence started with "I could never dream," and then you just paused for a very long time.
I
there for
could
a
dream.
moment.
I dream vividly.
I dreamed of a dream of times gone by.
I dreamed of being young. So
I dream of a white Christmas.
you, Mira, walk out into this hallway and immediately turn right and hightail it as quickly as you can, right? You see the ground underneath glow now with like a fire to it, almost like there's something right like 70 feet behind you that is burning and breathing. You do not have the time for it. You are directly going forwards. You are cha-cha-cha-cha-cha, your wet shoes going chop, 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 being very loud in this echoey hallway. Integrity and Boo, you two stay in this first tunnel that you guys were in and kind of like look left and right as if you were crossing a street, safe and very stealthy. And Serenep, you are taking up the rear. You're still standing in like that puddle of oil, waiting for these two slowpokes to get out of your way, and are just kind of looking around in this first room that you were in. I think that Serenep, you would see it first. In the room that you were in, you see almost like someone else is stepping in here, like the kind of oil underfoot goes blink, blink, like there's little ripples through the pond, as it were. As something rises up from underneath the surface of this oil pool. In the dim, dim light, you can only make it out to be that of a human skull, but it continues to rise up. It is not connected to any body whatsoever, and the moment that it lays eyes upon you, its skeletal little eyes, they ignite with a bright blue flame, and then all around it, blue flame emerges from it, and it like starts to, its jaw just starts to go chattering as loudly
Oh shit, it's
as
the Ghost Rider.
possible.
Oh no!
Oh no, it's Nick
Boo,
Cage.
You look behind as you see that, and you can feel the heat ignite. And Integrity, being a good citizen, looking left and right, you look right where Mira has run 10 feet down this hallway already, making good time. It's a great run. She has a great stride. And then you look left to where that pulsing, breathing-looking color is coming from, where you might assume to find a fire of sorts. An eternal fire down in the pits of damnation, maybe. You find no such thing. You find a large, hulking beast, which is taking up the full width of this hallway. It is hunched as if it is like a cat about to pounce on its prey. The front head is that of a cat, a large lion's head.
Oh boy.
The right head is that of a large goat with ram's horns, and the one on the left is the one where that pulsing fiery glow is coming from, as it is the head of a red dragon, its breath open, and you see a little jet of fire as it breathes. Little puffs of ember coming in and out. I need you guys to roll initiative again.
Fuck.
For this same episode?
Oh my
Yep.
God, oh my God,
Trust
oh
All
my God.
right. I
Trust
trust you. I
me.
trust you. 10 plus 4, 14.
Okay.
Oh, you've got to be fucking
I know
me.
this isn't it. The second you said the head of a lion, I was like, is this a baby? Like, no, it's not. Oh shit. I thought it was gonna be a manticore. I'm like, what is the manticore doing down here?
It's like as soon as you say the name of the creature, it attacks.
13.
shit.
A 13? Ooh.
Yeah.
Okay. Boo and Integrity will. You're not surprised. You're hidden though, so you'll just go in regular initiative order. Boo, what'd you get?
5.
Hey,
Don't
Ben.
worry though. When it's my turn, it'll be explosive. Let me tell you.
Hey Ben, what's your dexterity? By the way, asking for a friend.
I have 16, so plus 3.
Shit. Okay, fine. I go last.
Oh God.
Okay.
I'm the closest to the fucking skull, baby.
We are dead.
Yo, we're gonna
very
get some
much-
on fire. It's fine.
This is excellent. I would want for nothing more. They're definitely going first.
Of course they are. We're dead. We are so dead.
Cool.
No, hot.
We could run or
Very
we could
hot,
Die.
very quickly.
Hot, 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 hot. Spicy even.
The Chimera pounces into action. All 6 of its eyes firmly upon you, Mira Marchand, its prey. It will
Why?
jump forwards 20, 30 feet, and then it runs towards you and then jumps in the air a little bit. It tucks its legs and it barely is able to spread its wings and glide a final 10 feet. Integrity, it is now right in front of you. You are broadside of the Chimera.
Opportunity
And
attack?
Mira,
I'm
as you are
kidding.
10 feet away, it is going to lean its heads to the right, and the dragon head takes full control and just goes and breathes out a giant jet of red fire at you. I need you to make a dexterity saving throw, please, and thank you.
Me?
Yes, please.
Ruh-roh.
5 plus 6. 9.
9. Let me get more
5
dice.
plus 6 is not
Oh my god.
I need
9.
more dice.
Oh
We
no.
are all
Okay.
dying in hell.
Wee.
Unless we get taken for prisoners.
The intro at the beginning was a joke. Please consider that the intro at the beginning was a joke.
You guys can't stop joking about characters being dead or living forever. It's the dramatic irony.
Well, I have 76 hit points.
The
Done.
skull, the skull is not going to do anything
Guys,
except
whatever
laugh at
you
us.
do.
Oh, and you're drenched in
Yep.
oil.
Oh no, we're in oil.
Yeah.
That wasn't part
laid
of
the
the
I mean,
What
wait,
did I
no,
expect?
Mira's out of the oil, isn't
But she
she?
still has it on her like shoes and stuff.
My
Yeah.
feet still
Oh
have
no,
the
your
oil.
feet are going to be on fire.
Oh my god.
Oh no.
It's fine. It's not that much damage.
Oh, okay.
I don't believe you.
Yeah.
You liar.
And then I get to roll this again. Ooh,
Oh my god.
not great. Mira, you take 30 fire damage
Oh my
as this
gosh.
jet of flame engulfs you, burning at your feet. You'll be taking unless you use an action to pat out your burning parts, you'll be taking an additional D8 of fire damage on every turn when you start your turn. Okay?
Oh, okay.
Because of it's fine. It's not that much. See, it wasn't. You guys need to not freak out. It's fine. And that is it for.
Calm down.
Ah,
Ah?
Oh
my bells?
no.
What do you mean, ah?
it's
Ah.
then
Oh no.
going to move forwards even more, skulking on the ground now, and it's going to make a claw attack against you and a horn attack against you as it lashes out with lion claws, and then the ram head tries to headbutt you.
They
and
have
so
3
there-
actions?
There's 3 heads.
3
What do you
heads.
want? The claws are going to be a 24 to hit,
Mhm.
and luckily the horns are only a 14.
My AC's 13.
Oh, I'm very sorry.
It's okay.
So both of those hit. It
Yeah.
slashes against your against your back as you're like facing it, and then you feel
I have 46 hit points right now. I want you to know that for.
Oh god. How far ahead are
reasons.
you of us?
just like 10 feet.
Oh, okay.
So actually, integrity, you could get an opportunity attack against this thing too because it moved forwards.
Yes.
Um,
Yes. Oh my gosh, I know this game. I don't know if you heard me earlier. I said opportunity attack?
Mira, that's another 19 damage, split between slashing and bludgeoning, as you are cut across the back by lion's claws and then whacked in the back of the head by some ram's horns.
I gotta remember,
Cool.
dude, I have so much shit I can
And
use.
you just hear this lion snarling behind you. You hear the go, "Ah!" angrily, and the dragon fumes, little smoke coming out of its nostrils. Up next is going to be back in the first room. Or sorry,
Would
integrity.
you
sorry,
like to
sorry,
know my
sorry.
opportunity attack?
I would love to know what your opportunity attack was.
Does a 14 hit?
A 14 is exactly what you need to hit,
Oh,
actually.
perfect.
Go ahead and tell me what you got. Just a dagger? A d4?
Yeah. Let me just find the D4.
Uh-uh.
That is a 6.
6. Perfect. Takes a lot of damage. You stab it in the haunch, and you see the blood come out a little bit. It kind of clots immediately, though. It doesn't seem to do that much. But, it's the thought that counts. Up next is going to be in the main room, staring up to your opponent. This chattering skull. It looks at you,
Hi.
and
Nice to meet you. I like your house. Fucking smells bad. Can I hurt it with my bad words?
yeah, you can multi-class as bard if you want, yeah.
Oh fuck yeah. Just suddenly.
Hey, I get a
picks
little
up
bit of
an
your thing, you get a little bit of my thing. I think that's fair.
It goes,
Yeah.
"Ah," and then goes, and like blows at you, and a little plume of blue fire goes twirl, 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 and shoots directly at you. And millimeter by millimeter by millimeter by millimeter, it grows larger and larger and larger and larger as it casts fireball upon you.
Oh,
It's going
no.
to shoot towards you, blast you in the feet. I believe, since integrity and Boo, you are still within 20 feet of that. I need you to make saving throws, dexterity saving throws for the lot of you. Please and thank you.
Dex saving. Cause I'm saving all my dexterity for
Gonna
you.
be fine. Live.
How is a 12?
A 12?
Yes. A 4 plus 8.
Oh my god.
That fails.
How is in 18?
18 succeeds.
All right.
Hey, Luke. How does 5 do?
A 5 also fails.
Are you sure?
So
Can you
Boo,
check
you
again?
succeed. Integrity, you do have resistance to fire damage, so it's fine.
I do have resistance to fire damage.
Let's see how
You are
much damage
correct.
it does, though.
I think 6.
Exactly 6.
Well, it is.
But I
it's
think you get half, so it's
fireball.
3.
Using fireball is very fun. Getting hit by it is not very fun.
It's not.
Serenep, you are hit
Hi.
for 26 fire damage. This room that you're in ignites into blue flame. Everything is cast in an eerie, scary, fiery glow. Your lower body is on fire. Boo, you'll be taking 13 damage since you succeeded. Integrity,
Half
since you're-
that, actually, because I'm also resistant to fire damage, because I'm also a tiefling, remember?
Wow.
So that's like
so
7.
You take 6, and Integrity, you take 13 fire damage as you are all engulfed in blue, wonderful flame. That's it for this wonderful, wonderful little skull's turn. It goes. Up next is going to be Mira. You're going to take a d8 of damage.
Yeah, and then I'm gonna spend my action being not on fire, please.
Absolutely. It is 8 full points of fire damage.
God.
How are
All
you
right, I
doing?
have 21 hit. I have 21
okay,
hit
you're
points.
still in the game. And then you spend your action patting out your pants. They are singed terribly, but you are no longer on fire. This chimera is face to face with you. Is there anything else that you can do as like a bonus action?
Yeah, I'll do one thing, which
Okay.
is I am going to look at Boobalero and I'm gonna be like, okay, I guess you're really scary. So good luck. Maybe use that to our advantage, please. And I'm gonna give Boo Bardic Inspiration.
I
Perfect.
appreciate the compliment.
That's a D10 now, right?
Yes.
Okay, perfect.
Damn.
D10 to any
Damn.
fucking holy shit. Okay, that's it for Mira Marchand's turn. Integrity Idleberry. You're gonna take a D8 of fire damage. That's just gonna be 5 halved to 2. So just take 2 fire damage. What do you want to do for your turn? Again, it's an action to pat out the flames.
I am on flames.
Yeah, your
the
fucking
fireball?
lower body's on
I
fire.
am on
from all the
flames?
oil. You are on flames. All flames, girl.
You are lit.
If that's the case, then I am not going to put out the fire.
Okay. Okay.
I mean, if you're resistant,
I mean, if she's
you can
resistant
save the
to
time.
I
fire.
mean, yeah. She just built different.
Because it's a D8, eh?
Yeah, it's a D8. So what do
Yeah.
you want to do for your turn?
I am going to, for my bonus action, try to hide. Cause I'm
How?
behind this
Yeah.
thing,
You are
right?
behind it. It doesn't turn its heads to attack you. It is completely focused all on Mira.
Yes.
All eyes on Mira.
So I'm gonna use
Cool.
that to
Just
my
like you always wanted.
advantage.
Ugh.
I'm gonna
Not
use
like
that to my
this.
advantage and use, you know,
Mhm.
like the darkness of this.
Ooh, you could like slide underneath its tummy if you wanted.
Ooh, yes, I can do that. I can slither like
Okay.
a snake.
No, no matter what you're going to be doing, it will be at disadvantage since you are on fire and you're a very visible and noticeable target. Okay?
Okay.
So, if for your bonus action, you'll use your cunning action to hide. Go ahead and make a stealth check with disadvantage.
We're all about taking risks.
We are.
True.
Ooh.
This is what you signed up for in the life of being assassins. Did you get a crit?
I got a 19 and a 20.
Ooh!
Even with a disadvantage.
That's amazing.
Wow.
So my
amazing.
19,
Someone-
and you said stealth,
Uh-huh.
right?
I did.
So that's 19 plus 12.
Okay. Oh my fucking god. 32? 31.
31.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
You slide underneath this thing through its legs. It like bats its tail. It's a long dragon tail, and it just barely misses you. And you slide underneath, completely under the radar, hiding under its tummy. What do you want to do?
And my action will then be to booming blade and slice this thing in the
Absolutely.
tummy.
Make your attack roll
Stab it.
as you stab upwards into its stomach, trying to do as much damage as possible.
And it won't be disadvantaged this time, eh?
No, this is just a regular attack.
That is a non-natural 20.
Absolutely hits. You stab right into its stomach and begin to coat this thing in thundery energy with your booming blade. What is that for damage?
2d8 and a 1d4, because
Okay.
I don't think this is a sneak attack. Is it a sneak attack?
There's another creature within 5 feet of this monster. That's a sneak attack.
So you want me to sneak attack
Yeah,
it?
sneak attack that thing. Mira's
Okay.
Mira's got its attention. You know, you're just capitalizing on that opportunity.
What a
That's
nice way of putting it.
Let me just do this
You'll be fine.
systematically because it's
Yeah.
a lot of dice.
Is that really what I can do? Holy shit.
I hope you can do
Okay.
a lot.
So for the first part, that's 8 plus 4 plus 4, so that's
16.
16. And then for
Mhm.
my d6s, so 16. 16 plus 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 16 plus 8 is 24.
Mhm.
And then another d6
Holy shit.
plus 4. So that's
Okay.
28?
24 plus 4?
4. 28.
28, yeah. 28 piercing damage as you stab the hell out of this thing. It lets out a "Arr!" from its goat. The goat head just screams bloody murder as it is stabbed in the stomach. You seem to do a substantial amount of damage to it, Integrity Idleberry. And is that it for your turn?
That is all I can do. Yes.
Okay. In that case, it is now Bolero's turn. You are going to take one fire damage.
1.
Do you want to use your action to put your fire out?
Fuck no. Okay, so here's my question.
Yes.
If I were to move closer to the flaming skull,
Yes.
would I still be able to see the chimera?
Yeah, if you move, you are in a little straight tunnel. Behind you, or rather in front of you, is the flame skull. 15 feet behind you is the chimera. They're directly. You can draw a line straight between them, as you can between any 2 points.
Okay, so I believe pikes have reach. The
If they
reach
do.
property.
Yes.
So if I were to get in range with my pike,
Yes.
would I still be within 30 feet of this chimera?
Yes, you absolutely would, but you would have to step into the burning oil to do so.
Well, I don't care. I'm going
Okay.
to do that. I'm going to step into the burning oil to do this.
Excellent. You take another 1 fire damage as you do so. You enter into fighting range. You push Karen up to the side. She falls to the ground, hits her head. No.
No, falls into the oil.
Yeah, burns to death. And you approach this flaming skull, and its eyes lock on you, and it just starts snapping its jaw towards you. What do you want to do?
I'm gonna fucking stab this thing. That's what I'm gonna fucking do.
Okay,
Hell yeah.
go ahead.
All right, fool of a flaming skull.
Show him who's boss.
22.
22 does hit. That does
Okay.
hit, in fact. You have
27.
27 hits. Oh, what is a fighter?
Non-natural 20.
God.
Oh, I signed up for a magical campaign. I am not used to this.
You killed Winsler. This is on you.
Those all hit.
All right.
Ben's just like,
Ben's getting revenge.
Revenge.
This is
I
Ben's
am
revenge.
getting
Yeah.
revenge.
Winsler, the
This is
beloved
my
boy.
revenge.
All the fucking shit people say about the Marshall caster gap, and then one
Right.
Marshall shows up and Luke fucking has to die.
It's so true. All right, how much damage? Oh my god, that's a lot of damage. Oh boy. So let's see. 6, 12, 18, 27, 34, 41 piercing damage.
Oh my god!
Boo Bolero, you stab this thing once, twice, thrice. The first one disconnects the jaw on the left side. The second one, you stab right through its right eye. The third one, you stab directly through its forehead. It goes one last time. The jaw falls off, and the fire whoosh, dies all around it as you kill this thing in one hit, in one fell swoop.
And then the hell
it-
dentist comes in and tries to fix the teeth.
Yes. It is now lodged on the end of your pike as a trophy.
Awesome.
Is that it for your turn?
No, actually, I'm going to use a bonus action to invoke the special rune on my mystery key. And basically that allows me to enter a prophetic state.
What giant rune is this?
Storm rune.
Ooh, we see the key and you're attached to your belt begins to glow with this deep blue energy. It almost hums with power. What does having a deep prophetic state allow you to do? Holy shit.
While I'm in this prophetic state, when you or another creature you can see within 60 feet of you makes an attack roll, a saving throw, or an ability check, you can use a reaction to cause the roll to have advantage or disadvantage.
Within 30 feet?
Within 30 feet.
Okay, that's everyone. That's everyone here.
Within 60 feet, actually.
60 feet?
Yeah.
You need
so
to die.
now with the skull,
Yes.
dead,
Dealt
I'm
with.
gonna move closer to the chimera.
Absolutely. You stand right at its hindquarters. You can walk out into the main hallway itself, so you're directly behind it. Mirror's in front of it, Integrity's under it, you're behind it. Up next, Serenep. Is that it for your turn, Boo?
Yes, it is.
Okay, thank God. Serenep Cinderman, it is now your turn. You will start out by taking a hefty 6 fire damage.
Understood.
And now you're 20 feet away from a chimera. What do you want to do?
Start blasting.
I am going to use the comet staff.
Oh my!
I'm going to take it off my back, and I'm going to use Enervation at 6th level
Nice.
on the
shit.
Chimera.
Sarah pulls this relic of the moon from her robes and points it at the hindquarters of this chimera. What does enervation do for the folks at home?
Kills it.
A tendril of inky darkness reaches out from you, touching a creature you can see within range to drain life from it. My range is 60 feet for this.
Okay.
The target must make a dexterity saving throw. On a successful save, the target takes 2d8 necrotic damage and the spell ends. On a failed save, the target takes 4d8 necrotic damage. Until the spell ends, you can use your action on each of your turns to automatically deal 4d8 necrotic damage to the target. The spell ends if you use your action to do anything else. If the target is ever outside, or if the target is outside the spell range. And because I'm doing it, and it also, whenever the spell deals damage to the target, you regain hit points equal to half the amount of necrotic damage the target takes. And because I'm doing it at 6th level, I'm adding another d8, so it's going to be
5d8. Right?
5d8 if it fails, and this is again dexterity save.
And you know what I'm gonna do? Prophetic state. This creature has disadvantage on its saving throw.
Holy shit! You like
Take this bitch
You
out.
like hit the key with like your pinky, and it lets out this boom hum. It evokes like the horns when you guys were in the temple to say Sul, and this chimera moves so sluggishly as Seramph, you put out this comet staff, this deep dark staff with this inky crystal at the end, and shoot this crystal. I don't think you really needed the disadvantage. That's a 4 and a 1.
Yes.
plus nothing. Plus nothing. Go ahead and roll that damage.
Okay, that's gonna be so. In that case, 5d8.
This is fun.
I'm
having a great time. I love combat.
Combat's so fun.
This is the wildest. This is the wildest time.
Wizard really was holding y'all back.
We've had more fights than we have in
In 2 arcs of the show, we've already gotten more fights this time.
All right, so we have the first 2, which is 2 7, so 14.
Ooh, okay.
14 plus 9, 23.
Okay.
Plus 10, 33.
33.
That's a number, yes.
Pretty good.
That's a lot. That's a lot. This inky tendril reaches out, it grabs it around like its right haunch, right by where Integrity Art stabbed it, and like the tendril itself starts to rip that wound open even further. Seranup, you can regain half of that as HP, please and thank you, as you feel a wave of rejuvenation wash over you. That should be 16.
16?
Yep, 16.
That's pretty hefty.
That's pretty fucking hefty. Okay, that is it for your turn, I believe. And we come back around to the Chimera.
Actually,
is there another thing?
I just wanted to use my bonus action to get out of the oil and move away from that as much as possible.
You can trudge out of the oil. You're still on fire, however, but you're out of the actual oil itself, a couple feet closer to the Chimera. Speaking of said Chimera, it is its turn. It is going to try to recharge its breath weapon. It doesn't get it, unfortunately. Mira, it is going to hit you again with the horns before it tries to turn and deal with everyone else. I think it's going to get you.
Yeah, it's probably going to get me.
16.
Yeah, it's going to get me. I have dog shit AC.
You move, you're looking face to face with it, and you're like, I'm going to dodge this one. And then these horns just smash you in the forehead. You might be concussed. That's going to be 10 bludgeoning damage.
Oh, gosh. All right.
And
I'm
you
looking
feel like
rough.
blood. You feel blood start to pour down out of your nose.
Yeah.
Yeah. Up next, as it spins, it's going to rake its claws underneath its stomach where you are hiding Integrity. You are prone, so it will, I believe, get advantage against you. I didn't engineer this situation. You did.
High risk, high reward.
That's a 25 to hit
It
you.
doesn't hit me.
Jesus.
It hits.
That
Sheer
is
force of
max
will.
damage. So just 16 slashing damage as it slashes across your stomach, taking revenge against you. And then it turns to face you, Bubalero, and the lion head will reach out.
What's up?
Or rather, the dragon head will reach out and try to bite at you. That, I think, should hit 21. Does a 21 hit?
Yeah.
That's right.
Of course it hits.
I don't know what your AC is, bro. I just
Actually
assume
not that high.
I just assume it's 30.
Not.
So that's
I would
going
need to be wearing plate for that.
That's going to be 12 piercing and an additional 5 fire.
That would
And,
take half. I would take half fire.
Yeah, you would
that
take half of half. So I believe you're just taking 1 again, right? Do you take? You have like half of half, right? That's true.
Yeah,
Okay, you take 1 damage. You take 1 damage again. Cool.
I think.
Great.
Yeah.
Perfect. No, yeah, you do it. Up next, Mira Marchand. This chimera
yeah.
turned its back to you. You see that inky tendril that's staring at the cast, ripping this wound apart on its back leg. What do you want to do?
I'm in a rough situation, but I'm not gonna heal myself.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I want to get out of combat before I start worrying about things like that, because at this
Okay.
point I don't think it's gonna make that much of a difference if I'm hit again.
Fair enough.
I am instead going to point at the chimera creature and attempt to cast Ralathum's Psychic Lance at it.
Oh, the
Oh,
classic.
here we go.
Which is an int save.
An int?
Yes.
How far chimeras, I have to ask.
Are you sure you didn't mean wisdom?
Yes.
Oh dear.
well,
Poor Luke.
That's a 15
That
minus
will not-
4. So
yeah,
11.
that's not gonna do it. So that's 7d6 psychic damage, and it will be incapacitated until the start of my next turn.
You would think that with 3 heads, it would be way smarter.
Nah, it's
You
got
would
1 brain
think.
between the
Alright,
3.
1, 2,
They all share one
they share
third.
one
Share
brain
the brain.
5, 6, 7 d6s. Let's see here.
All Chimera know how to do is eat hot chip and lie.
Okay. 11 hit points. That's fine. I have that right. Let's add 5.
Sometimes it throws
Plus-
fire. That's all it got.
6 plus 3 plus 6 plus 2 plus 1.
I love
plus
math.
3.
This is so. This
I
is the best.
believe that is 26 points of psychic damage.
26 points.
Damn.
You pull out a lyre. You pull the string back, terribly damaging the instrument, obviously. And a pink arrow, a lance of energy, whooshing, it shears through its like hips. You see it go through its chest, and Boo, on your end, you see this lance shoot out its like little shoulder as it the goat head screams in pain. The lion like roars to itself, and the dragon just like hums, and deep red smoke pours out of its nostrils. As
You
do-
set me on fire! Don't do that!
You do a hefty amount of damage. It is on its last legs completely. Is that it for your turn, Mira?
Yes, it is.
Integrity Eye Idleberry, on your tummy. What do you want to do?
On my tummy. You said that it's incapacitated. Is that
It
correct?
is incapacitated. Yes.
Does that
It cannot
give
take
me...
actions or reactions.
Okay.
You don't get advantage though.
Okay. I'm just going to attack it like while I'm in my tummy. I'm not gonna waste
Perfect.
standing up.
Perfect.
Because like I'm already in the belly. They say that
ahead.
the best
Go
way
after
to
it.
kill something is through their belly. So I'm going to stab it right in the belly button.
Oh, make your attack roll.
Going to stab and
Gross.
twist.
Of course. Go ahead. Make your attack
Like
roll.
a fucking canoodle.
Make your attack roll, you maniac.
That is a 24.
24
Does that
hits. Go ahead and roll your dagger damage, and go ahead and roll your sneak attack, because you have allies all around this thing. You have it surrounded.
You're surrounded. You're gonna die.
You say that to it, and the goat head like bleats, screams to itself, maybe calling for friends. You don't know.
Okay, so that's 5 plus. That's 18. Plus 4, 22, and then
22.
1 last 6, 22.
Come on.
25.
25 damage. Integrity out ability. You seizing the moment, stab upwards with this dagger. You get an elbow deep in this thing's tummy, and like just start fucking swinging it around like a blender in there. You're a menace to Chimera kind at this point. And then you can pull your blood-soaked arm out as you see its legs trembling. All of you see this as its legs tremble. The goat's eyes roll back. The dragon's head goes limp. And the lion lets out a last, like, it opens its mouth as if to bite at you. And then just collapse into a dead heap on Integrity Idleberry below her.
Onto me?
Yes, onto you.
Do I get damage
Oh,
from
you also
this?
take 1 point of fire damage. at the start of your turn. You do not get damage, however, are being crushed by this thing, and you're still on fire. As are you, Boo, and as are you, Serenep. You can very quickly put those flames out around yourselves as this massive creature's body is heaped over. Integrity, you can wiggle out off to the side and stand, and you all take some deep breaths of air. And then down the hallway, down this tunnel where you were running, Mira, you hear like a door creak open, almost like someone's coming to check the situation out. However, that's where we'll leave this episode of Trials and Trebuchets. Carla, can you give us an outro on it?
I'm kidding. I love making outros. Well. 2 fights in 1 episode?
2 fights!
It's unbecoming! Is this really
And
Trials and Trebuchets?
It's even shorter than last episode.
Incredible.
Well, hope that you all enjoyed this incredible episode of Trials and Trebuchets. Don't forget to leave a rating or a review on our iTunes or wherever you listen to this podcast. We also have a Twitter and Instagram at Trials and Trebs. You should give that a follow, especially the Instagram.
Yes.
Actually, fuck Twitter. Yes to Instagram. Go give us a follow on Instagram at Trials and Trebs, where you can get art and you can get teasers and you can get reminders that, hey, the episode's out. Perhaps you should listen. You are also such a supportive bunch. We love supportive people, and you can support us in 2 different ways. And you have been supporting us in these 2 different ways, but I just want to tell you how you can support us in case you want to know. One is through Patreon. Where is our Patreon link found?
Patreon.com/trialsandtrebs. Down in the description.
Did I forget to link
And
that?
when
It's
you
right
subscribe,
there, I see it.
you can get access to a bunch of things, such as potentially making your own NPC, or you can also just have access to notes. And the second way that you can provide support to this podcast is through
Merch.com.
Trevor's.com.
Yes, you should give that a visit for shirts and stickers and other cool stuff.
Yes. Thank you, everyone, for listening. I hope you enjoyed all the comment in this episode. We really front-loaded it in this one. Until next week, goodbye.
Goodbye, everybody.
Hasta la vista, baby!
Don't let the Chimera sneak up on you.
Boo.
Yeah, it's bad.